Interior, the business office of Martin Regan, Knight. Martin sits in a large, oversized leather chair behind a well-worn, heavy wooden desk. Martin is looking over paperwork. He signs one piece, then places it on another pile of papers. He looks up, peering over his glasses as Barbara enters carrying several file folders.
Oh, is your brother still here?
Barbara pauses in front of her file cabinet. As she starts to file one of the folders away, she turns to Martin.
Ed left a little while ago.
Oh, is it after 5? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, well. Whew. Harriet must have gone also.
Yes, we finished up some of the accounting and she went home.
Ah, alone and quiet. My favorite time of day.
Now I know that isn't true. You're not happy unless you're hard at work.
Even I need a break from now and then.
Martin gets up from his chair as he walks over to Barbara. He begins to remove note cards from his jacket pocket.
When you have a chance, please look through these and remind me what I need to take care of tomorrow.
Barbara lays her pile of folders on top of the cabinet. She reaches out to Martin and begins to straighten out his frayed shirt collar.
Papa, you operate 6 residential group homes. I think you can afford to buy a new shirt.
Oh, I'll be worn out before it is worn out.
Barbara takes a note card and begins to shuffle through them. She stops looking at one card.
Papa, do you know a man named Wickers?
Oh, I don't think so, Bob, but Howard Chandler from my hometown in Poland gave me the number. He keeps pressing me that it was important, so I wrote it down.
Did you call?
Oh, I've been too busy, and I don't know what it's about.
Only one way to find out. Do you want me to make the call?
Why not? Maybe I won $1 million.
Barbara moves over to her desk and sat down.
Papa, when I make the connection, you pick up your phone.
Oh, yeah.
Martin moves over to his desk and puts his glasses back on. Barbara dials the number. She looks over to her father. She waits for the ringing of the phone. She nods to her father, and he picks up the other line.
If he's selling insurance, hang up.
Hello? Is this Mr. Wickers?
Mr. Withers.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Wickers. I'm Barbara Bergen. I believe you are looking for my father.
Bergen? Is your father McCuslaw Wajensberg?
Yes, it's been some time since I've heard that name. He's Martin Wigan now. He's sitting near me now. I'm on another line because he's hard of hearing and
To Lieutenant John Withers.
who?
Yes, he's my father.
Well, I know this man. I know John Withers.
Martin, do you remember what the troops called you?
Troops?
PV.
Pee-wee. That's right. I'm so glad you remembered. I've been looking for you for over 2 years. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to finally hear your voice. Martin, I've grown up on your stories.
Is your father alive?
Yes, he is. He's not here right now. You see, my searching for you is my birthday gift to him for his 80th birthday.
Oh.
Who is this man?
Oh, it's good to hear he's alive. Oh.
Yes, he lives in Maryland, just outside of DC. We've searched
Oh.
everywhere for you. We even took trips to Germany and Poland and Israel, scanning every record we could find. It all led us to the good old US of A. My father never gave up hope that we would find you.
He has always been on my mind. Thank you for all you have done.
Well, it ain't all done yet. He wants to see you. He wants you to help him celebrate his birthday.
Oh, I could never say no to Lieutenant John Withers for all he did for me. It would be my pleasure and an honor to celebrate with him.
Good. This is certainly good to hear. I'll start making the arrangements and I will call you back in a couple of weeks to give you all the details.
I look forward to your call. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for calling back. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Tell
Tell your father hello. Have a good night.
Martin puts the phone down and stands motionless. Barbara standing, she hears the phone click on the other side, but pauses for a few minutes before she hangs up the phone.
Dad, what on earth? Who is John Wickers?
Martin looks down at the phone. He takes off his glasses, rubs his eyes. He places the glasses on his desk and walks around to the front of his desk. Barbara does not move. She watches him walk around his desk.
Are you okay?
He helped me put me back on my feet, Bob.
Barbara moves from her desk and stretches her arms out to hug him. She kisses his cheek. Martin places one hand on Barbara's arm as he continues staring into space.
How long has it been?
50 years.
Martin kisses Barbara on her forehead.
A lifetime. In one phone call.
Well, I'm going to ask Barbara to join us. She can put her video on and turn on your mic. Hey, Barbara.
Hi.
I'm glad you did make it. I'm sorry you didn't get to see the performance, but it's recorded and it'll be on YouTube.
Okay.
So I want everybody, this is, and if I pronounce your name wrong, let me know. Barbara Berggren. She has written a book. Witness for my father.
Oh,
So it's a story about her father and his time during the Holocaust. And what happens afterwards as he comes to the United States and raises a family and reunites with people that he met during the Holocaust who helped him get through everything that he had gone through. So Barbara asked me to adapt her book for a screenplay. And these were what we heard today are the first 7 pages of the book.
yeah.
And after reading her book, there were at least 3 places in there where I wanted to start the screenplay from. And I chose a place that's practically past the middle of her book. And interestingly enough, she told me when she first wrote her first draft, that's where she started her story.
Oh,
So I was kind of really excited that I had picked something that was originally in her mind also.
That's awesome.
that's great.
Yeah, wow. I thought it was great.
And so my main reason for presenting it here was to find out if this was the right place to start, if it is a good beginning, did it kind of catch your interest and you want to know more?
Yeah, I think so because you got such a dramatic start. The guy, and then the daughter, and then this other voice comes out, and then you be like, oh, that's what it's about. He wants to, oh, makes you want to see the rest of it. How does it turn out? Does he meet him and so forth? No, I think it's a very good starting point because you get the attention right away.
I agree. I thought it was very clever the way it was written, and it was very clear as to what was happening, which I liked. I didn't have to guess anything. I knew.
Good.
Yeah, I think excellent. And the scene that you wrote, Stephen, excellent springboard because you want to know hey, what is this? Oh my gosh, I want to hear more. I want to hear the whole story.
Right, for sure.
And the interesting thing about that is probably when Barbara was doing this phone call, she was thinking the same thing because everything she was hearing for the very first time.
Right.
And so there had been all this time that had passed that her father didn't give her any of that information. And now she's hearing it for the first time. And she's like, who is this guy? Just as curious. So that's kind of why I liked it starting there.
No, I thought that was good.
I'm going to put a link in the chat. It's for a screenwriting group that I belong to that's on Zoom. And you might want to bring the idea to them or maybe start a couple pages of a screenplay just to get the feel or just listen because I've really learned a lot because it's so different from writing plays and novels. It's just a totally different world. So anyway, so that's going to be in the chat room.
Yeah.
And just
Oh, there it is. I see it. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you.
And do they operate their group similar to the way this one is operated?
yeah. So what they do is you bring 10 or 15 pages of a screenplay, and then the facilitator assigns the different people in the group to read the different parts.
Oh, okay.
And we read those pages, and then we have about 20 minutes of discussion about what works and what doesn't work. So they do about 4 of them. It's 2.5 hours, and so you only get to read, every other Tuesday, or they meet every Tuesday night, 6 to 8:30. So
Every Tuesday?
every Tuesday, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Well, first of all, can I just say a couple of things here?
Sure.
First of all, it's a pleasure to meet you all. I am sorry for my technical difficulties, and very sorry. But I was trying to do something unusual for me because I had I had to be at my grandson's big game of the year. So I apologize. But I'm very intrigued. It's just great to watch. I will watch it on YouTube. And, the story that Steve and I have talked, Stephen, and it's a story once we get further on, which catches actually it ran on Wall Street Journal. There was an article in there, and it caught the attention of many readers and viewers because of the theme of kindness. So that's just a little bit to whet your appetite. And so I just want to tell you I appreciate it, and I'm going to continue to try to zoom in when I can and when you'll let me.
Sure.
But if you have any questions too, here.
I wish you had seen Henry's performance. I was wondering if how would you have compared Henry's performance to your father in the way he spoke?
I saw Henry a little bit because when I did check into the Zoom, he was just finishing rehearsing.
Oh, okay.
and you have the script issue. So I did at least meet him briefly.
Okay.
And so but once I go to YouTube, I can share a little bit more with you and, watch it.
Yeah, as soon as I get it edited, I'll send a link to you.
That'd be great. That'd be great. And I appreciate that. Unusual night, unusual time, but, and very, very well done, by the way. I did catch parts of the other play before I was kicked out.
Okay. The second I kicked her out, I said, I wonder if that's Barbara.
Well,
Like,
because I don't usually do it on the phone. Yeah. So what are you going to do? But you were having everybody has difficulties with this, right?
yeah.
Right. But so I appreciate it, and I just want to thank you and Steve too for working with me on it.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Now, I didn't get from reading the script at first that he was a Holocaust survivor. I was thinking a fellow war hero or something in the war. But now with Henry's performance, realizing, oh, that's why he was. And so are you going to be, would you be putting that in scene 2 or something?
I am still working out how I can transition through her book and
Oh,
what things
that.
to focus on and get to those points. So, but definitely because when her father meets this Lieutenant Withers,
Yeah.
Withers basically risked his career as a black soldier in the army to help.
Oh, wow.
Who just came out of was it Auschwitz or was it one of the other?
He was in Auschwitz, but he was liberated from Dachau. And he
Wow. Wow.
As it evolves, you'll see Steve would incorporate
Wow.
that.
Wow.
And see, and that's one of the moments I want to focus on, because
Yes.
when her father was liberated from Dachau, they kept him in the camp for a while, and they gave them new clothing, which he bundled up and put under his bed where he was sleeping. And when he got up the next morning, someone had stolen his clothes. And he said, after all of this, after everything that we've been through, someone in this camp has stolen my clothes.
Wow.
And he actually runs away from the camp. He leaves before he's supposed to get out. But it was like, no, that was it. That was the final draw.
Oh, that's the last straw, huh?
Yeah.
And
Wow.
That would make it even. I mean, that's a big wow moment to me.
Yeah,
holy
yeah.
victim.
yeah,
And then this happens to him on top of that.
right. Yeah.
It would
Wow.
I think it'd make a very good movie. Or even
I
play.
do too, actually. Yeah.
I was just going to say, when we were talking before about the mystery of it all to Barbara and it being the beginning, that I felt there could have been a bit more suggestion, so we know that it's something about the Holocaust and just some dramatic moment or something. But maybe just to say the word Dachau would just bolster it again in terms of, oh my God, it's going to be about the Holocaust. Which and I also felt that Barbara in the play perhaps should have been kind of want to know more, and he just wanted to tell her at that moment, perhaps. But just to it needed a few more pointers to the wild story it's going to be, and the fact that he had never mentioned it to her, which also I think is a very good point to make at that point, that it was so
Yeah.
such an important part of his life that he didn't want to talk about, or I guess, or mention. I don't know the real Barbara where that came from. That he didn't want to talk about it, or that you didn't know about it.
Yeah, and that's part of the way the story unfolds. Because from that point forward, I'm a grown woman, I've grown children, and I suddenly find out. So I knew something about the camps, and it's what the former lieutenant, and his family, when we reunite, what comes out of that answers all your questions.
Oh,
So
okay.
the phone call was truly, I didn't know, even from the phone call,
Yeah.
what else was transpiring. And then that's why I said to him, what really happened. And when I found out who the lieutenant was, and it was a year after his liberation. And basically the log line really for the book is that this segregated African-American group, troop, as Steve said, took a risk, but also they they not only nurtured him, they emotionally and physically. He was 90 pounds and age 16 and orphaned. So that all develops, and it did start with that one phone call. And from that point forward in the future, the book actually takes you through his history and then jumps. But originally it was supposed to be the phone call, because chronologically, that's how I found out
Right.
about the rest of
Oh,
it.
wow.
So do you remember between you and your father, was there any conversation about this before you meet the Withers family?
Yes, after that phone call, I needed to know. I didn't even know they were African American.
Uh,
That's why you don't hear that on the phone call either. I just knew that when my father said he put me back on my feet, in the book, I actually say, I'm thinking, I knew from that moment, this is part of his Holocaust history. But that was a thought I had, which could be obviously incorporated.
But
He did not talk
he
very
didn't
much.
he didn't open up to you and started talking to you about it until after you get together with the Withers
No,
family.
no. That night, even when we hung up the phone, that's when I learned the beginning and what they did for him. And it answered a lot of questions, like how did my father was not a bitter man. He was a very kind man. This was part of his rehabilitation. This treatment that took
I
him in
gotcha. Yeah.
as a family, and that I was about to meet them. Yeah. So
But you didn't, in the book, you didn't put much more in after the phone call, because you wanted that to be the story in the book.
yeah, the
But
only thing, the last line in that first chapter that
Yeah.
Steve shared
Okay.
was,
but the book in her book, she starts with her father being interviewed by a writer from Wall Street Journal.
Ah,
So you're in her book, you're getting a lot of that upfront information. And by the time you get to the phone call, you already understand what the phone call's about.
all right.
But I made a switch there.
and of course we had to change stuff at that point. Yeah.
But originally you wrote it that way around anyway, Barbara. But so did you again not put a huge amount of detail? I mean, not so much after the phone call, because you wanted then it to develop over the book.
To show over the book. Yes, the beginning starts with the interview, as Steve said, with the Wall Street Journal writer. So we open up, but it opens up so we can go into a flashback of his life.
Oh.
And
But
then,
originally,
and then
yeah.
so you go
Sorry,
historical, and then there's a jump in the book into the future.
right. But originally, Stephen said you were thinking of starting where he started, or you did.
Yes,
You did
it's
start.
yeah, it's a chronological thing. It was, and so some of it then changed, of course, it was actually the last week of editing. My editor and I we needed to change something, and that made it work. It was my idea to have the interview and the flashback, which is a huge part of it. It's kind of like, it's in 5 parts, and that part one was critical, and you will go into his life, you will feel it, and depending on how Steve then now incorporates that.
Now, there's some very descriptive, horrific scenes that take place in his life. So, and some of them are worse than I've seen on any other movie about the Holocaust. So, I'm figuring out how to deal with that. And so a lot from my perspective on the script is we're going to get to a point when she gets to meet the Withers families with her father, and they begin to talk about what had happened. Then I'm going to go into a flashback of his life, but I might start. I'm trying to figure out whether to start that from the conversation she has with her family, or to start it from when the Wall Street Journal comes for the interview, and then do the flashbacks from.
I was going to say that in my group they tell you to avoid flashbacks for some reason. I know that most screenplays and television have them, so.
That's fine. Interesting. I think this would work with.
But sometimes you have to.
Very
way
well,
around
actually.
it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say something because I have to go soon. I really appreciated that all the plays today were less than 10 minutes. I thought that was great because in the past sometimes they've gone over, and I really think that really also helps the enjoyment factor and it helps us being able to discuss the plays afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that I think for this story, it has to be done in a flashback, or else you're just having people talking and describing what happened.
Yeah.
I agree with you,
We
Stephen.
want to show what happened.
I think
Exactly.
a flashback will work
Exactly.
very well in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to go too because my dog's
Yeah.
got to go out.
Okay.
Anyway,
The noise.
this is great.
But great job,
Very much.
everybody.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave.
Great job, you
job.
guys.
See you
I will
in
See
see y'all
you
in
next
December.
time.
My
Bye.
play
See you
opens
next
next month, so I
Bye.
won't be here. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good for you. Okay. Take care, you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see you
take it.
next time.
Great
you.
work today. Loved it.
Yeah.
November 23rd?
Stephen?
Yeah, see you November 23rd.
November 23rd, the next one you mean?
I think so. That's before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good to see you again, Henry.
Bye.
Bye.